Hey, Dan here, and in this video we are going to discuss why you should use a landing page if you are an accountant trying to get clients instead of a website. So most of the accountants that I talk to nowadays, they know that they need to use a landing page instead of a website, but they don't really know why. And understanding why and having a better fundamental understanding of why you should use a landing page instead of a website will help you to actually create your own process on your own system to get more clients, to create a process that is going to get you exponential growth for your firm. So before we dive in, I will quickly introduce myself in case you are a new watcher, but also just so that you know that this information is something you can trust. My name is Daan and I'm the owner of Accounting Kings, and every single month we spend about $50,000 on ads for accountants, and I create these videos simply because I want to share as much knowledge as possible so you can implement it into your own firm, make some money, help more people, and even in the future maybe work with me or not. So let's dive right in so that I can help you make more money and deliver more services to more business owners. So why you need to use a landing page. Now, step number one is because websites are simply not built to convert. A website typically is built to inform. As you probably are aware of, a lot of the websites, they have just the homepage, but then they also have the About Us section, the Service section, maybe a blog post, contact us, our team, maybe even some other information there. So a typical website just has a lot of information on it. And most of the people that actually visit your website, they just want to see that you are still running your business and are still active. So if someone does a Google search and they want to take a look at if you are still operating your business, then it makes sense to actually have a website, right? You will also see that the vast majority of your website visitors are either people that are already a client, so you don't have to convert them, or there are referrals which are typically already sold on the idea of working with you. So websites are simply not built to convert, but to inform, to give information about your firm, but also just to show that you are still actively running your business. So if you are running a marketing campaign for your firm, you are advertising on Meta or LinkedIn or X or Google, then you don't want to use a website because it's simply built to actually inform people, and you're not going to pay money just to inform people. You are paying money to actually generate leads, appointments, and clients. Okay, so websites are built to actually inform, not to convert. And another reason, point number two, on why you need to use a landing page instead of a website is because the attention spans are very, very short. You are probably aware nowadays that most people, because of the usage of social media and everything being instant and instant gratification, that a lot of the people nowadays have an attention span of a goldfish. So if they click on your ad and they see a lot of information, they see multiple pages they can click on, maybe even a blog section that you have, and a lot of information to consume, they will get overwhelmed by this. So if someone is doing a Google search, they want to get a simple result. If someone is going to see your ad on Meta, they don't want to read your blog post or read everything about your firm because they simply don't have the attention spans of it anymore. People are busy and they are simply not going to spend 15 minutes reading everything of your website. So your website is built to inform, and because it's built to inform and because it has a lot of information on it, people are not going to consume it because the attention spans are simply too short nowadays. So that's why you need to use a landing page, because nobody is going to actually consume the content. That's one of the reasons why a website is not built to convert, but to actually inform. Now, then step number three, guides visitors to taking action. So a landing page, a good landing page, is actually structured in a way where it's guiding visitors to convert. So for example, the first section is called the above the fold, when this typically is going to give some big headline or promise and a call to action for people to actually leave their information. And then every single scroll down is building up to get the information of the potential client. So if you did not convince them in the above default section, so the very first section of the landing page, then the second section of the landing page is built to actually win their trust to leave their information. And then if the second section did not actually gather the info and convince the visitor, then the third and the fourth and the fifth section will do. So a good landing page has different sections that are all structured to win the trust of the visitor. So for example, section number 1, you just want to have a big bold claim on what you can do for your potential clients, right? Saving $10,000 on tax or increasing profit margins by 10%. If this then didn't convert them, then the second section should have a banner of clients that you worked with before and reviews. Then the third sections are the services that you offer. Then the fourth section is maybe some more information about your business, your certifications, your experience, maybe a bullet point list of why they should work with you. Then the section underneath that can be more reviews, can be an FAQ. Like every single section of a landing page is actually built to win someone's trust so that they leave you the details and that you can actually schedule that meeting. Well, a website is simply built to inform. A website is just simply there so that people are going to read, okay, well, maybe I will give them a call. So a landing page is there to just actually guide visitors to taking action, while a website is there just to inform. It has way more information on it, way more options and things people can click on. So it's a lot of distractions on a typical website. Then number 4 on why you want to use a landing page is because you can A/B test easier, but it's also better. So if you're running a campaign, what we do with all of our clients, every time we get 50 clicks, we make an iteration on the landing page. And the benefit of working with us, for example, is because we have multiple clients we run campaigns for, we can make an iteration every 50 clicks because we do this same test with multiple clients, so we can get the data faster and you can optimize faster. But why it's easier to actually A/B test iterations on the landing page is because if you have a website, then some people, they will just read the homepage. Others will go to the service section, others will go to About Us, and others will go to Contact Us. If you actually want to A/B test something, so you want to A/B test messaging, or you want to A/B test certain content, colors, buttons, then you need to change this on all of the pages, but you also need to get data on all of the pages. So what you can do with a landing page, every single visitor is only going to see that one page, which is already optimized. With a website, you then need to wait for example, 4 times as long to actually get the data, because some people, they will go to the homepage and then directly click on About Us. Then that's one click and person reading the About Us section, but then the other person is going to click on Contact Us and the other person is going to click on the service section. So it takes 4 times as long to actually gather the data and make a new test. So you get the data faster, so that's better. And it's also simply easier. It makes your life so much easier if you just have to optimize one page instead of 5 pages on your website. Then number 5, easier plus better alignment with the ads. So it's easier because, again, you only have to create one page and write good content for one page. But it's also better because if someone is going to click on your ad, again, they don't want to read the whole essay on your website. They just want to get a simple result that is aligned with the reason why they actually clicked on the ad. So if on the ad you talked about helping business owners save 10 hours per week doing their finances, while also staying out of trouble with the IRS, since they only land on the landing page, you have to make one iteration. And again, it's easier to get the data. You only have to change the above default section as an example, because you know everybody is going to land on here and nobody is going to click off the second that they landed on the landing page. Nobody's going to go to another page because there is only one page. So it's just easier to create alignment because you only have one page that you have to align with the ads, and you know that everybody is going to consume that content because there is no other content in there, right? So if you want to create content on the landing page that is very aligned with the actual ad, then you only have to change a few things, a couple of things, because you know everybody's reading this content. So instead of spreading everything around the website where people can read content on multiple pages, so you don't really know what content is being consumed more than other content. With the landing page, you do know which content is being consumed because there is only so much content. So it's easier to actually create that alignment with the ads because you only have to change a little thing, which you can then every 50 or 100 clicks make a change with, and then you can create better alignment. And alignment is very important for conversions, because if someone clicks on the ad, and let's say in the ad you are talking about tax savings, and then on the landing page you talk about saving time, those two things are not aligned. The reason why someone clicked on the ad is not on the landing page, they're not going to give their details. However, if you are talking about tax savings for a specific type of business on the ad, and the landing page is talking about the same exact thing, it's very aligned. The reason why they clicked on the ad is in the landing page, and it's easier to actually get their details and get them scheduled for an appointment. So alignment is very important, and it's easier and better to actually create with a landing page. So save yourself some time and get better results, best of both worlds. And then number 6, last but not least, you also leave some curiosity. And the reason why landing pages typically don't convert is because they answer every single question a lot of the times. And some people, they do read a lot of the content on your website. It's just a very minor part, but some people do. And you just need to always have some base form of curiosity when people have not scheduled a meeting with you. And the reason why this is because if you are going to cover every single thing about your services on the landing page, so we are talking about how your onboarding process works, what software you use, pricing is a big one. You don't want to disclose this on your websites or your landing page. And you are going to discuss every single thing about working with you, then there is not a reason to actually schedule that meeting. They will then just send you an email, hey, I want to get on board. However, you can never cover every single thing. So there will always be some curiosity with the potential clients. And the big downside of using a website where you give a lot of information, people can think that they know everything and then make a conclusion to work with you or not. Well, of course, they do not know everything. So if you have a lot of information on the website, they will make conclusions. Okay, well, this business, this firm is not for me because they told on their website that their pricing is this much. And I think that's too high. But of course, it's too high because you didn't have the chance to actually communicate why that's the pricing. Or maybe on the website, you disclose that you are located in some areas and you can work online. And it's just not... And you give so much information that people think they know everything, and then there's no reason for them to get in touch with you. So with a landing page, it's given enough information to win the trust. Then people think, hey, actually, I need to know more because this sounds interesting, but I don't really know what their pricing is. I don't really know how they deliver the service. I just know that they have a lot of experience. I know that they can help people like me, but how? I have no idea. Let's schedule that meeting. If you discuss everything on your website, however, they will think that they know everything, and they will make a conclusion to work with you or not, just there and then most of the time. So you need to leave some curiosity for the person visiting the website, and you do not want to answer every single question. So a landing page is only going to give so much information to win the trust so that people actually leave their details, not to actually make a conclusion and a decision on if they work with you or not. A website is giving most of the times a bit more information, and sometimes people are going to make a conclusion if they work with you or not, which is just based on information that is not complete. You can never fully put all the info on a website for a person to actually make a conclusion to work with you or not. So I hope that this makes sense. I hope you now understand why you want to use landing pages and not your websites to actually run the ads, because understanding certain principles in marketing and sales, it's all psychology, but understanding all of those things will actually help you get better results. So if you learn something from the video, make sure, of course, to subscribe so you don't miss any other videos in the future, and like so that the algorithm is going to serve you more. And if you have specific questions, by the way, you can just leave them in the comments and I will answer them for you. And if you are an accountant, by the way, and you want to get better clients, people that pay you more and that you enjoy working with more, then you can click on the first link in the description. It will show you exactly how I can help you. You don't have to. I create these videos for free. And then there's also a second link in there if you want to join our free Facebook community to network and learn with other like-minded accountants. So I really hope that this gave you some insight, that you learned something, that you can now say that you are one step closer to getting more clients. So thank you so much for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one.